Imagine yourself in front of the IELTS examiner, confidently using words like ubiquitous, riveting, meticulous, and the examiner is bowled over, wow, by how good your vocabulary is. Keep watching because we are about to make that a reality. Hello, my friends. This is Keith from the Keith Speaking Academy. Listen, are you tired of getting average scores in IELTS speaking? Do you have an aversion to getting a band 6? Well, guess what? Today, we're going to indulge in something truly special. We're going to have a deep dive into 10 advanced English words that could be a game changer for your IELTS speaking. I'll show you the 10 words, what they mean and how to use them. And also, I'm going to be joined by some of my students who will give you their examples using these words. Now, the good thing is you can use all of these words for both IELTS writing and IELTS speaking, except one. One of them you can really only use for IELTS speaking, not writing. I wonder if you can guess which one it is. When you think you know, leave me a comment down below. I'll tell you the answer at the end of the video. All right, let's get cooking. Right, let's start with word number 1, which is riveting, an adjective, riveting. No, I'm not talking about the sound a frog makes. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. No, that's ribbit. This is rivet, riveting with a V, riveting. Riveting means something is so interesting that it completely grabs your attention. Actually, this, right, is a rivet. A bit rusty, but a rivet is used to stick something to a piece of wood or a chair. So if you're riveted to your chair, right, you're stuck because you're so interested in what's happening. We can say a movie is riveting, or a riveting book, or a song is riveting. Anything that gets your attention, right? My example is the movie was so riveting, I forgot to eat my popcorn. Can you believe that? A riveting movie, a popcorn tragedy. And here's another example.
Well, I am a huge fan of thrillers because from time to time, such kind of movies do have gripping and riveting storylines, which are full of suspense.
Lovely. Okay, the second word is a phrase you've already heard today, and it's to have an aversion to something, which simply means that you have a strong dislike for something, right? So if I have an aversion to something, I really don't like it. Notice the pronunciation. It's have an aversion. Notice the V. Really exaggerate when you practice. Version. Aversion. An aversion. Have an aversion. Nice, good. To have an aversion. You can have an aversion to getting up early, maybe. Have an aversion to rock music. Have an aversion to peanuts. Some people have an aversion to peanuts. They really don't like them. I don't know why. I love them. Maybe you have an aversion to spicy food. Who knows? My example is, I have an aversion to spiders. Can you blame me, though? Nice. Here is another example.
I have an aversion to rats. Oh, I can't stand it.
Very nice. Okay, the third word is to indulge in something. Okay, and this means to allow yourself to enjoy something that you like, and usually too much, more than is good for you. Okay, to indulge in something, right? Indulge in. So typically, well, if you binge watch a series on Netflix, then maybe you indulge in it. Right now, maybe you are indulging in my videos if you're watching lots of them and if you enjoy them. Mind you, you can't have too much of English speaking success, can you? The typical things we indulge in are chocolate. I indulge in chocolate, but not now. You can indulge in alcohol, maybe at the weekend. Only the best. You can indulge in shopping, right? My sister says that she can happily spend 7 hours in the shops she indulges in shopping. Whatever floats your boat, I guess. So, here's another example.
Sometimes in my university life, I have a punishing schedule that makes me stressed out. So during those moments, I usually just want to indulge in romantic films to relax.
Good. Now meet the next word, unsurpassed. It's an adjective, and unsurpassed means something so good that nothing can be better. It's the best, right? It's unsurpassed. Comes from the French, I think, surpasser. So to surpass, pass to go by, sur to go beyond, un is not, so can't go beyond. It's already the best, right? You can't get any better, basically. We can talk about unsurpassed skills, like that guy Messi has unsurpassed skills on the football field. You can have unsurpassed knowledge, unsurpassed success. I guess Elon Musk has unsurpassed success with his Tesla group. My example is my grandmother's apple pie is unsurpassed. It's the best in the world, except maybe your grandmother's apple pie. Unsurpassed. Here's another example.
Yesterday, I have rented a new apartment. You can't imagine, it is unsurpassed.
Very good. Very nice. Let's move on. Right, here we go. Number 5. And this is a phrase. My take on this. My take on this. It's just a cool way of saying my opinion is. Right? My take. Take, you know the verb to take, but my take is my opinion. It's my take on, but we connect usually. Take on. My take on this is something, right? So when the examiner in IELTS Speaking asks you, what do you think of la-di-da-di-da? You can just say, my take on this is la-di-da-di-da. And the examiner will find your answer riveting. Riveting? Excellent. Let's move on. Okay, number 6 is discrepancy. And this is a noun. And this is when there is a difference between two things that should be the same. Like you look at the weather forecast and it says sunshine, and outside it's raining. There's a discrepancy between the forecast and the reality. Okay. Notice the pronunciation. It's discrepancy. Can you say? Discrepancy. When you practice, exaggerate the stress. Discrepancy. So we can have a discrepancy between what is expected and what is real. Sometimes this can be about numbers, a football result. We expected them to win, but they lost. There's a discrepancy. between two reports or two different amounts of money. I thought I would pay £5, but I had to pay £10. There's a discrepancy between what I thought and what I paid. Discrepancy. There's also discrepancies between what people say and what they do. Here's my example. Imagine your girlfriend or boyfriend says, "I love you." But then they go out with their friends and you're left at home alone. There's a discrepancy between what they say and what they do, right? Here's another example.
Discrepancy. The official noticed a discrepancy between her spending and the amount she was claiming.
Nice. Let's move on. Word number 7 is futile, and it's an adjective, and it means that something is a waste of time or has no effect. Futile. If there's a discrepancy between what your girlfriend or boyfriend says and what they do, then maybe your relationship is futile, right? A waste of time. It has no effect. Pronunciation is, although it's FU, it's few, as in few people, a few pens, few. Tie, as in tie. Ul, as in ul. Ul. Tile, futile. Futile. Great. We talk about efforts are futile, or an attempt is futile. So we often say, for example, I tried to do la-di-da, but it was futile. Yep. My example, I tried to teach my wife to drive, but it was futile. She didn't learn. Or you can say, it is futile to try and do something, right? Good. Just in case my wife does watch this, it wasn't futile. She learned to drive. Well done, darling. Nice. Got to cover my back. Well, another example.
The screen on my old phone was broken, and I tried the access to step verification passcodes, but it was futile.
Hello, this is Malau, and I have got to say, joining Cat Speaking Academy wasn't futile at all, and I am learning so much from Teacher Kate. Thank you.
Great. Let's crack on. Word number 8 is meticulous, and it's an adjective that means paying extreme attention to detail. Meticulous. Listen. Meticulous. Culous. Meticulous. Nice, okay. We normally talk about people are meticulous, but you can also say a piece of writing is meticulous, a piece of work or research is meticulous, your plan is meticulous, right? If it's got lots of good detail, it's a very positive thing. Normally quite a positive word, although if it's, it's positive, meticulous. So, for example, my example is, I think you are meticulous about your IELTS preparation and your English study. And that's why you're here. Hats off. Well done. Great. Here's another example.
I am an hygienist and my job is about take care of the teeth and gums. It is necessary to be extremely meticulous with the patients.
Lovely jubbly. Let's crack on. Great. Wow. We're already on word number 9. And that is an adjective, and it's pervasive. And this is something that exists everywhere or is noticeable everywhere. Okay. Pervasive. Notice the stress again is on the middle syllable. Pervasive. Pervasive. Lovely. We can say that adverts are pervasive on social media. Maybe corruption and crime are pervasive in some societies, in some countries, in a lot of countries. If you're talking about a book or a film, you can say a certain theme is pervasive. For example, right, I recently read this book, very good, right, by Rhodey Doyle. The theme of love is pervasive in this book. Actually, if you really read it, I think you'll find the theme of friendship is pervasive in that book. What a great word. Here's another example.
The influence of social media is pervasive in our society.
Nice. And finally, our 10th word is ubiquitous. This is a bit like pervasive on steroids. So it's a similar meaning, but stronger, right? It's kind of the boss level of pervasive. It means found everywhere, absolutely everywhere, right? Mobile phones are pervasive. Are pervasive? Mobile phones are ubiquitous. Notice the pronunciation. Again, it's the second syllable. Ubiquitous. 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 Mosquitoes are ubiquitous in summer. Go away. AI is ubiquitous nowadays, right? Okay. For example, in Spain, this is ubiquitous. Olive oil is ubiquitous in Spain. It's everywhere. Every restaurant, every house, every bar, it's ubiquitous, right? It's everywhere you go, left, right, and centre, at every turn, from top to toe, the length and breadth of the country. You can find olive oil. Did I just give you 5 extra phrases for free? I think I did. Good. Well, there you have it, right? 10 power-packed words for your IELTS speaking. Well, for your IELTS vocabulary, both speaking and writing. Which one is only speaking? So, which one do we only really use in speaking and not writing? My take on something. It's much more colloquial. I wouldn't write that. I would just say it. My take on this topic is la-di-da-di-da. Great. Listen, if you want the PDF with all these words and the examples, just click on the link in the description below and you can download that for free. So listen, here's my take on today's video. If you want to give a riveting talk in your IELTS speaking and make the examiner think that your control of English is unsurpassed, then start using these words today. With meticulous preparation and meticulous practice, soon all of these words will become as pervasive and ubiquitous as your love of English. So don't try to avoid them. That would be futile. Start practicing today. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Take care, my friend. Bye-bye.